Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, March 14th, 2022. So this will have covered the week of March 7th through March 13th of 2022. So this was another relatively unproductive week because I was pretty busy this past week. It was a very long week for me. We'll just say it that way. Lots of stuff was happening. I have no idea why I started scrolling down there. That was dumb. But I will say that GTA 5 for the PS5 is about to release at the time this is being recorded, like within the next few days. So I don't know yet if it's going to have an auto pop platinum. I'd be a little bit surprised if it does. If I had to make a guess, all of the online stuff will probably transfer over and pop, because I think that's sort of what the PS3 to PS4 version did. Though maybe it didn't pop every single trophy instantly. However, I'm going to guess that you might not have a single player save that you can upload, but you might be able to. I'm not entirely sure yet. I feel like I haven't looked too much into it because GTA 5, well, it's GTA 5. It's not really a game I'm super looking forward to going back to. I mean, we'd rather get GTA 6 or maybe even like a remake of GTA 4 or something. Stuff that people have been asking for a lot longer. Anyway, I earned trophies in a total of 3 games this week. So the first one, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. The multiplayer trophies are almost done. So within the base game, I have now so far completed 3 missions of the campaign. You have to beat them all on the highest difficulty anyway. I still think that these might all be like trophies for different endings or something. Kill an enemy with each type of weapon, which is fairly easy once you get enough of them unlocked. Complete all the missions on professional, which is fine. Not a major deal there. I mean, it's not the easiest difficulty out there, obviously, but it's certainly not the hardest either. However, this is, of course, the hardest trophy in the game. Apparently, you have to do it on professional because the game's a lot more lenient with the requirements on professional. I know that there's like 2 or 3 out of the 7 missions that are pretty challenging, so not really looking forward to that, but at least the game's only 7 missions long, even though they are kind of long levels. So that is at least a little bit better. So let's see, what else did I earn this past week? As for the 98 versus games, I've completed about 90, so I only have a few to go, and I'm hoping to knock out the remainder of these tonight, so Monday night, that's the plan. If not Monday, then Tuesday. I'll have the multiplayer all knocked out, which means that you've basically got the platinum. I killed 50 opponents in versus for a lifetime, so finally got that one done. Then I also managed to get infected 13 times. This one's pretty easy. This one's probably going to come naturally between both the campaign and the multiplayer, unless you're like really, really good at the game. Because I think that all you have to do is get infected. I think you can cure yourself. I don't think you actually have to turn into a zombie or anything. Then let's see. We have, purchase 5 weapons. So the Samurai's Edge is the sidearm that I have because supposedly it's really good. As for the primary weapon, it looks like the heavy machine gun and the Juggernaut shotgun are going to be your best bets, but I might experiment a little bit more later on. Purchase all the weapons, obviously, is a bit of a grind. Any other trophies that I earned this past week? It doesn't look like I got any more in the base game. And then in the DLC, already had this one done. It's the only multiplayer trophy in Expansion 1. The rest of it is all single player, or just campaign, technically. And then Expansion 2, I think I got a trophy in here. I killed 5 enemies with the rocket launcher. It only spawns on like 1 map, so this one can be a little bit annoying. I think you might be able to do this in the campaign, but I'm not sure. But it was very easy to knock out in the multiplayer in just a few minutes, so nothing much to worry about there. So basically, all the multiplayer trophies, with the exception of a few more games played, not even wins, just games played, are done, which means that once I can get through with that, I can just, focus on the campaign with no real issues. So that's a good thing. That's a good step forward on Resident Evil. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to those later steps of it, but, I'm sure that there's harder games out there that I've done before. And the other games I worked on were the PS4 and PS5 versions of Horizon Forbidden West, obviously auto-popping the PS5 trophies along the way. So let's see what progress we made this past week. So I reached level 20. I'm currently like level 25, so I'm about halfway through the rankings. And in fact, I believe, well, no, I would say that, but I'm not going to do it that way. I could have looked at my trophy tracking on the PS5 version. Then let's see, nope, I already had that story trophy. So you got more story-related trophies. You've got side mission trophies. Let's see. Where did I earn stuff? I know I earned a few trophies this week for sure. Let's see. What else? Okay, here we go. I completed 4 Rebel Outposts. I think there's a lot of these, I think. I want to say there's maybe like 17 of these or something, whereas there's only a handful of the large camps. There's like 6 of those or something. I completed 3 of the 9 relic ruins. Nothing too difficult there. They can be a little bit confusing, so I would recommend maybe looking at a guide for them. If you get stuck, that is. They're not too terribly hard to figure out. And then, let's see, I learned all the available skills on one tree, that being the melee-based tree on the far left side. I collected 1 of each of these 5 different types of collectibles, so knocked that one out. That one was very easy. The survey drones, you have to get up really high and, like, jump down to them. The black boxes are just picked up inside of the remains of planes. The relic ruin, I don't really remember. Oh, wait, duh. The relic ruin is exactly what I just talked about a moment ago. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. It's a little bit later than I'd normally like to record this, and it's been a long, like I said, last week or so. The Vista points, you have to scan something, and then you have to pull up your focus and figure out what the Vista points showed, and, like, line yourself up perfectly. And the signal towers, you just climb to the top of them and take an item from them. And then I also use dye flowers to unlock and apply a new type of dye. So, got those trophies done as for auto-popping. So, currently halfway to level 50. These are all story-related and side mission trophies, so those aren't going to have any tracking. I've only cleared, like, 1 of the tall necks, I think. Maybe 2, but it might only be 1. Haven't done all of the Rebel camps yet. I've done, like, 3 or 4 of them, I think. And then, let's see, the cores, I've overridden 2 of the 6. Let's see, the 3 stripes at the hunting grounds, I've actually completed 2 of the hunting grounds so far. I think there's 4 total, so I'm like halfway through this. I have killed 61% of the acquisition machines, of which I want to say there's like... Well, I don't actually remember how many there are. There's maybe like 18 of these. I think it's the most common. I've killed 3 out of the 4 recon machines. I have killed about half of the combat machines. And I have killed, 40% of the transport machines. I think there's 5 of those total. I have focus scanned about 3/5 of all the types of machines in the game, so we're making good progress there. Shouldn't have to worry too much about it being missed, because I'll remember to scan the Spectre and the Spectre Prime. Actually, I might already have a Spectre done. Then let's see, is there anything else that's tracking? Yep, I've obtained, I want to say, 7 of the 9 different weapons classes, 5 of the 6 elemental states, 4 out of 5 heavy weapons, so this one's just kind of a random one that comes up as you go. As long as you just pick up any heavy weapons you see, you'll eventually get it. I have overridden 5 different types of machines, so actually halfway through that, which is surprising. I didn't think I was that far through it. I think I'd only done like 3. Upgraded every type of pouch. I've upgraded 3 of the 5 types that it wants me to. I've equipped multiple weapons with a single coil, but have not equipped any weapons with 2 coils yet, because I don't know if I have any fully upgraded yet for that. And yeah, that's basically it. So Horizon is coming along. I mean, I'm doing a lot more than you have to for the Platinum, just because I'm enjoying the game and I'm enjoying playing through it and earning, the trophies just along the way as I go. Just really trying to enjoy the game. It's a lot of fun. Occasionally the missions can get a little bit longer and more repetitive, but for the most part, I'm really, really enjoying the game. Would definitely recommend. I'd still got to give it to Ghost of Tsushima, the PS5 edition of that one right now, for my favorite game I played on PS5. But this one's probably the next up after that. So, I am going to go ahead and sync up my trophies. Alright, level 771, 65%, 22,789 total trophies, 598 platinums, 3,735 golds, 6,067 silvers, 12,389 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. I will, of course, continue to work on Horizon Forbidden West whenever I have time, but I'm probably going to try to prioritize Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City because there's still a multiplayer trophy left, and then the rest of it can be a little bit on the time-consuming side. So as for my current listing, for the month of March, it's still, Horizon and Resident Evil are the 2 mains. And then I'd also kind of like to get started on Battlefield 1943 because I now know, according to some other guys that I play with, it was either Killer or Machiavelli, one or the other, started playing it recently. And they said that it's pretty easy to do, even from like no progress from the start, because you can turbo controller the 100 matches trophy, and then the rest of it you can just sort of do along the way, so nothing much to worry about there. It'll be the last PS3 online game I ever intend to start. Then there's also, Ghost of Tsushima and COD Vanguard, but I doubt I'll have time to do either of those much this month with Horizon. Then in April, The Division and GTA 5. I definitely want to do GTA 5 on the PS4 sooner, just because for now, like, maybe all of the trolls and stuff will move over to the PS5 version, and I'll actually be able to play the PS4 version a little more peacefully and be able to do some of the remaining trophies a little more peacefully. Then in May, Black Ops 3, June, Dead Island Riptide and The Division 2, and then the rest of 2022, all of the other games that I have mentioned many times. I'm sure there will be another Minecraft DLC at some point, but that's the only DLC I know of aside from, obviously, Horizon is probably going to get DLC at some point. I would not be surprised at all if it gets a New Game Plus, ultra hard difficulty like the previous game did. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did it, but maybe we'll get lucky and they won't. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Like I said, I knew this was going to be a shorter video. Didn't make that much progress. Was very busy last week. Had a lot of stuff going on. But hopefully this week things really should get more back to normal. That's my hope for this week, is that things really should get more back to normal. And I should be able to stream either Friday or Saturday. I don't know which day. I was really hoping I was going to get an interesting game for Platinum number 599, but it looks like Gamefly... Well, no, not Gamefly. Gamefly shipped it. It looks like the Postal Service once again lost something that they were sending to me. It's not like that hasn't happened like a dozen times now in the last few years, including important things that I actually care about. So, that being said, maybe I can get a copy of that at some point or buy it for cheap or something. I don't know yet, but we'll have to see. But that would make for a good $5.99. And then, of course, I think I'm going to do Resident Evil for $600 now, just because it's definitely a little bit tougher, a little bit rarer than the game I was originally going to do for $600. So, that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope to see you guys back here later this week for some more content.